In the southernmost tip of the Gaza Strip, the city of Rafah has come under a violent attack, according to the Palestine Red Crescent Society. The Israeli military has confirmed the strikes in southern Gaza, but failed to provide further details. This attack follows international warnings against Israel's planned offensive in Rafah, where an estimated 1.5 million people are seeking refuge. The United Nations has stated that there are no safe spaces left for Palestinians who have been displaced to the southernmost region of the Palestinian territory. This alarming situation drew the attention of U.S. President Joe Biden, who expressed his concerns to Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Biden urged that any military operation in Rafah should not proceed without thorough measures to ensure the safety of civilians. In a call with Netanyahu, Biden emphasized the need for a credible and executable plan to protect the over 1 million people sheltering in Rafah. Despite these warnings, Netanyahu insisted that the offensive would go ahead, and a plan was being prepared. This conversation between the two leaders came days after Biden suggested that Israel's military operations in Gaza were excessive. The planned offensive in Rafah has also drawn concern from Israel's allies, international organizations, and regional powers. UK Foreign Secretary David Cameron highlighted that over half of Gaza's population are seeking shelter in Rafah. The situation is further complicated by the fact that many of the people in Rafah are living in tents in refugee camps, having been forced to flee their homes elsewhere in Gaza at least once, due to orders from the Israeli military. Hamas, the ruling party in the Strip, warned that the operation could result in tens of thousands of casualties. They also stated that it could undermine talks about a possible release of Israeli hostages held in the Strip. These warnings of escalating violence in Rafah came after Netanyahu ordered his military to prepare to evacuate civilians from the city ahead of an expanded offensive against Hamas. This offensive was launched after more than 1,200 people were killed in southern Israel on October 7th by Hamas gunmen, who also took about 240 people hostage. On Sunday, the Hamas-run health ministry in Gaza reported that 112 more Palestinians had been killed by the Israeli military over the previous day, bringing the overall death toll to more than 28,100 and more than 67,500 injured. In conclusion, the situation in Rafah is critical, and the world needs to pay attention. There needs to be a credible and executable plan to ensure the safety of civilians in Rafah. The need for urgent and specific steps to increase humanitarian aid to civilians trapped in Gaza has also been highlighted. The world waits to see how the situation in Rafah unfolds. The stakes are high, and the world watches with bated breath.